Yo. I think y'all can hear me now, right? Probably. I don't know if anybody's even gonna join the stream right now, but I think most of y'all are probably not available right now. At least the normal people that join probably aren't available right now. Seems I have 0 viewers currently, so that's fun. At least on Twitch I do. And yes, also on YouTube, so that's funny. Y'all can hear me, right? I think you can. Let me check on my phone real quick just to make sure. Just make sure real quick. Alright, yep, y'all can hear me. That's good. Okay. Hello, Shaz. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm back doing this again. I got this cool little, stream starting soon thing. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started, I guess. So I guess I'll do an intro, even though there's only one person here that already knows it. I guess I'll do an intro. Or I guess I don't really have to. I guess we can just get started. Yeah, just so if you, I know you weren't here last stream. We have $20,113 now. So yeah, we're doing a bit more. My goal is like 10,000 a day on average, and I already got that today. But I figured I might as well go a bit over just to make up for any other days that I do less. And also just because I don't really have anything else to do right now. I'm out of ideas for other things to do this summer break, you know. And I can't just do nothing and be bored, you know. So I'll be less bored, I guess, doing this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go and start up the Danny content. I think. Let me know if the audio is okay, because I think. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Let me know though. Actually, I'm gonna turn up the Danny audio a bit, just because.
Hi, and welcome back to my devlog series. Today's Monday.
I'm gonna turn it up slightly just because I noticed that you're basically not able to hear it in the other one in the previous streams, which I kind of wanted to be a bit more than that. So I don't know. Let me know if it's weird though, or if you can't hear me through it.
And it's gonna be quite a busy week because I've got my first exam coming up next Monday. So I've been spending all of the day so far just reading and practicing my math. But I'm getting pretty hungry now, so I'm gonna go make some lunch.
It's
and
fine
guess
right now.
what? I learned how to crack eggs with
I was just saying, like, if my voice is too loud
kidding,
compared
I have
to
no
it,
idea what I'm doing.
Also, if it randomly starts echoing Danny's voice again and it starts playing his voice through my microphone for some reason,
terrible at cracking
let me
eggs,
know.
It
Because I don't
didn't
know
turn
why I
out too
did
bad,
that.
and I had a good meal, and now it's finally time to get working on Off the Sticks. What I want to do now is just finish up the first stage and then start working on the actual castle stage. So I've set up a list with everything that needs to be done with the first stage to finish it off, and once I'm done with all of that, I can start working on the second stage. First off, I'm working on the very first NPC you are going to see when you play the first stage. The reason he is naked is because I don't have my charger, so I can't charge my laptop, and I have no battery, so I can't really make any art. So he's just gonna stay naked for a while. Anyway, this shady guy tells you that the princess is in danger, and that you should totally go save her, dude. I also made it so you can no longer run off the left side of the screen, because that was previously a problem, but the camera will now stop at a specific point, and since the camera has colliders on the edges, this will prevent the player from running off the map. Another important feature is being able to actually finish the stage, because currently you can't move on to the next map. So I quickly made it so when you reach the end of the stage, you will be sent to the next scene or the next stage. As you can tell though, you don't keep your weapons, so that is definitely something I will have to work on. But that is going to be everything I had time for today. I'm gonna go meet up with my friend now,
sorry about that.
hit my friend, and then hit the sack. It's Tuesday, and just like yesterday, I started off the day by working on some math and preparing for the upcoming exam. But I just finished up and now it's time to get to work. I'm still working on finishing off the first stage, and what we need to work on now is being able to transfer weapons from one stage to the other. I did have some problems implementing this at first, but eventually I figured out a pretty good solution. So basically what I do is, since I'm transferring from one scene to the other, we need to somehow transfer the weapon. Now there are several ways to do this, but what I found worked the best is just making the weapons not destroy on load, so we keep them and then use that reference to instantiate a new weapon and then give that weapon to the player. I also had some issues trying to get it work with several players, but eventually I figured it out and everything works fine except for the fact that my sword spawned in his head, but that's not too big of a deal. Then I worked a bit on making the scene transitions look a bit smoother by basically just fading it to black, which it doesn't look great, but at least it doesn't look as terrible as it just cutting to the next scene. So I'm just gonna go with this for now. And
oh yeah, I
the
forgot. I gotta
and
set up the question of the hour. Question of the hour. I'm trying to think. What should I do? Maybe maybe hmm. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Cool.
finally for today, I made it so when you enter a new stage, it shows the name of the stage. So in this case, the first stage is obviously the forest, and then you get to the castle and so on and so forth. But that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go hit the sack and hopefully continue off tomorrow. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and guess who just got their charger back? Since I can actually use my laptop now, I'm gonna take a break from programming and work on some
that Danny will
parts for the
upload at the
second
end of
stage.
this year.
Since you're approaching the castle,
Maybe. He said he was gonna upload soon in like February of last year, to be fair.
to try and save the princess, there's obviously going to be some obstacles
Yeah,
before you reach
hopefully.
the castle.
Hopefully,
and
yeah.
so there's going to be some guards trying to stop you, some archers, some towers with archers on them. Obviously the tower is not going to stop you, but the archer on top of the tower is going to try and stop you. So might also work on some traps or something. I don't really know. And then when you finally reach the castle, there's going to be like a catapult, and you're going to have to use it to launch yourself into the castle. But that's coming later. So I just finished off implementing the tower, which is not really going to stop you, but the archer on top of the tower, which isn't implemented yet, is the one that's going to stop you, because towers can't really stop you. That's not how towers work, because they're made of rock. They're not actually alive. After that, I worked on implementing a knight. He is a bit more tough than your average thief and will do some more damage and can also take some more damage. And yeah, pretty basic enemy. I'm also gonna have to implement an archer and give them the ability to aim and actually use the bow. So I think I'll take care of that tomorrow because it's getting pretty late. So I'm gonna go hit the sack. It's Thursday, and as I mentioned yesterday, I'm gonna start working a bit on the archer today, because we already have a knight, but the knights will need some backup, so therefore we're gonna add some archers, and hopefully it's gonna work out. I ran into some issues at first because the archer doesn't really know how to shoot or even aim the bow, so I had to do some programming for that, but now everything seems to work fine, and the archer can shoot and aim and do stuff that archers do. I'm also gonna have to do some art for the archer because he's obviously not gonna have full armor because he's not meant to fight close range. So I'm gonna give him some light armor, and I also need to make it so that he can shoot his own men, because currently when he's aiming at the player, he's gonna shoot the knights in the back, which is, it's a bit of a problem. It's not supposed to be like that. So I'll get to that tomorrow, I think, and try and fix it then. But that is going to be all I had time for today. I'm gonna go hit the sack and continue tomorrow. I just finished up some math and now it's time to get to work. So I'm currently trying to make it so that the archer's arrows will go through the knights and then hit the player. And I've worked on it way too long because I ran into a stupid bug that I fixed like 30 minutes later and then realized how simple and stupid that was. So that was fun, but now arrows will fly through knights and hit the players, which is exactly what I wanted. Now I'm gonna work on the art for the archer because he looks identical to the knight, which is not very good. And here you can see what I cooked up. I don't really know what I was going for. He looks super goofy. He's got like a chainmail, some bracelets, and some sort of bucket on his head. I don't really know, like a pot or something. But you know,
By the way, if anyone in chat wants to like ask me something or chat about something,
I also need to make
go
sure
right
for the
ahead.
naked
It's like
guy telling you to go save the
you know, it's
princess.
kind of a
So
bit
I think
less
I'll have to do
interesting
that
about
tomorrow
people, you know,
because
chatting.
now
But
I'm gonna go
I
do
get
some
that
more
like
math.
barely
But
anybody
before I do
is like
that, I'm gonna go
seeing
to
the
the store
streams,
and buy
at least
some
for
ice
now.
cream
But that'll
and drown
probably
my
stay that way
sorrows
for a while,
in
if
the
not
ice
the
cream
entire
bucket.
time.
And then I'll go
So
hit the sack.
you know, it's fine. Ultimately, we got these videos playing in the top. Or it's not
It's
in the top
Saturday
for you
and I've
guys.
just been
It's in
working
the
on math
top of my
so far,
screen
but
for
I need a
me.
little break, so I'm gonna go work on the game and hopefully get some stuff done. So the first thing I want to do is make it so that the archers and the knights don't spawn until you're very close to the tower. The reason I'm making this change is because it gives the game more performance, and it's just a better way of doing things instead of having them standing on the map until you get close to them. After that, I made it so the camera zooms out whenever you get close to a tower. The reason I made this change is obviously so you can see whenever there is an archer and knight coming at you, so you don't get totally caught off guard. I also made a new road sign like the one on the first stage that tells you that the castle is up ahead. And I've added the weird guy to the second stage too, and he tells you that the castle is very close and that you should watch out for the guards. He's still just a plain stickman, so
Hi
I'm gonna do some
Volta, how's
art
it
for him
going?
so he doesn't look so naked. So I did some art for the weird guy and I couldn't really think of anything interesting, so I ended up giving him a banana hat. Because banana. Did bananas even exist back then in the medieval age? Probably. I don't know. This isn't the History Channel. This is banana. So, and that's going to be everything I had time for this week. I'm now gonna go back to doing some more math, and then I'll probably do the same tomorrow. So I'm gonna edit this video today and hopefully get it out by Sunday. Massive shout out to all my supporters on Patreon, especially Harper Wright and Soap Turtle. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I still have heaps of fan art from the Discord server because you guys keep giving me amazing fan art, so thank you very much. You're gonna see a lot of that on screen right now. Also, we're like, by the time of recording this video, I think we're at 40...
Oh, nice. Like a mod, you mean? Nice.
9,000 subscribers almost, which is absolutely insane, so thank you so very much. I probably don't have time to do a 50k special just because I've got so much school stuff going on right now. So yeah, but I really do appreciate it. It's absolutely amazing. We're halfway to 100,000, which is insane. So absolutely crazy. Massive thank you to everyone who's watched or just subscribed or really anything. But yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going to be very busy with university, so I can't really guarantee a devlog every Sunday because I really do prioritize school before YouTube. So if you don't see any devlogs, that's probably why. But that's really, I think, everything I had to say. Thank you all very much for watching. If you liked it, then smash like, and if you didn't, then destroy dislike. And I will catch you guys in the next video.
What are my favorite games, and do I have any hobbies? Sorry, I didn't see the messages for a little while. What are my favorite games? Probably, I don't really like that many games, honestly. I tend to like, I like creating things, like videos and games occasionally, but like I actually am very bad at video games just because like I have awful reaction time and stuff like that, awful fine motor skills. So I just can't play games very well unless they're like casual, I guess. I think my favorite game is probably Will You Snail, and then second favorite game is Geometry Dash, but that's only because I'm in those communities. It's not necessarily because of the game itself. They are great games, but I'm not good at playing them like at all. But yeah. And then as far as my hobbies, I like I like uh creating videos, obviously. I like creating games every once in a while. I was working on one game for a while. I really got to get back to working on that game. I don't know. I tried getting back to it a bit ago, but I kind of got distracted again, so we'll see. I also like developing mods for Release Now, which I just mentioned that game. It's a game whose community I'm in. And trying to think. I think that's basically it, honestly. That's like the only things I enjoy pretty much. I also like, of course, do watch entertainment like YouTube, but you know, that doesn't really count as a hobby. But I don't really enjoy anything else, honestly. Like, at all. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of my mental disorders and it just like makes me locked onto one specific type of hobby, but I just like can't seem to enjoy much of anything else. So, you know, at least not as like a fun activity. I can still like tolerate other things, obviously, but you know. I used to try to make games and mods, but I'm bad at it. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Like it's relatively difficult. I think I'm honestly pretty
It's
bad at it
Wednesday,
as
and
well
I'm
right
starting off the
now.
day with some breakfast.
I
I'm
think
currently done with all lectures
I
at
think I'm just
university,
like in
but
the
I still
middle
have 2
of
exams and 1 assignment to go.
but the thing
So
is
I'll
I
be
haven't
working a
been
bit
doing
on
it
that assignment
constantly. I've
later
just
on
been going
today.
in and out of doing it, so I haven't really been like improving a super large
I
amount.
just
So I'm
finished up
just kind of
breakfast,
still
and I'm now
intermediate,
gonna start
I'd say.
working on my game Off the
So
Sticks.
yeah. I don't know. I really need to learn more
First off, I
coding,
made it so you always spawn with a default
or like
sword if you
coding
didn't carry
techniques, I
any
guess.
weapons with you from the previous stage. This is just to make sure you always have some sort of weapon to work with. After that, I worked on some forced dialogue because so far we only have interaction dialogue, so you had to press a button, but now I made it so that you actually get forced into a dialogue. Since you're getting closer to the castle, there is going to be a guard telling you to don't come any closer or he will have to use force. I fixed up the guard a bit, and he will now whip out a weapon if you get too close to him. I'm pretty happy with how the dialogue system turned out. I can now use this to make a lot of different things, which is cool. Yeah, let's get some lunch. I just finished up lunch, and I'm now gonna work a bit on a side project. It's an Android app that I'm developing for personal use with Android Studio and Java. I won't say what the project is about yet, but there will definitely be a video about it when it's done and if it actually works out.
I don't think that ever ended up being a thing, did it? Or wait, that might have been that one thing where it was like an advertisement. Somebody paid him to make something. I think that might have existed. I don't remember.
I've been working on the app for a bit now, so I'm gonna get back to developing Off the Sticks. I got a suggestion to work on the exclamation mark above the NPC's head when they want to speak to you, because it's kind of hard to see. So I'm gonna make it pop up whenever you get close to an NPC that wants to speak to you, so you can kind of tell that they want to
Hello,
speak to you. It's a bit
Joseph
more visible.
Haru. By the
I made
way,
a quick little prototype, and it looks a bit
I
like this.
haven't
Now
looked
I
at
just have to
YouTube
make
chat
it
in a while.
animated.
Sorry. It's like way at the side of my screen, so I don't look at it that much.
And
Want
here
to
is the
make an
result of the
extended
pop-up.
items mod
Whenever
for
you
the
get
release
close to
now,
an NPC that wants to talk, the pop-up will
Let's
appear,
Make It
and
Pain.
if
Let's
you
Make
move
It
away,
Pain
it
is
will
a
disappear.
is
If you
not a
already
horrible
spoke to
sound.
the
I just
NPC,
don't
the
like it
pop-up
as
will
much as
not
the rest
appear
of
anymore.
OST.
I also had another cool suggestion, which was to place the castle in the background on the first stage, since you're gonna reach it in the second stage. It's just a fun little suggestion, and here's a very quick prototype that I made, but now we need to actually draw a castle so we can put it
By
in
the
the
way,
background. And
if
here's what
any
that
of
looks like.
you,
I'm now
if
gonna go
any of
eat some
you
dinner and then
are
probably...
new here on Twitch, you know, go ahead and I'm not good at this stuff. If you want to, you can follow. I'm not gonna like advertise too much because I have no clue how to do that. But yeah, the follow button exists. And if you want to join me on my journey of trying to get the Gucci banana, which will probably take me all summer at least, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways,
work
back
on
to
my
the
final
daily
assignment later on.
binging.
I just finished up
Although I
dinner, and
assume
I'm now
all
going to
4 of
work
my
on my
viewers right
final
now are
assignment
just
for
people
this
that I
semester.
already know.
It's for a class
So,
about how programming languages are built up
you
and
know.
work, and for this particular task, we are given an interpreter for a basic imperative language, and we have to extend it with return statements and try-catch blocks. So, let's get to work. So me and my classmate have been working on it for some time now, and we finally got everything working. So we're pretty much done with the assignment, but there are still some bonus tasks that we might end up doing if we find time for it. But I'm now gonna take a little walk to the store and deliver a package. But that's going to be everything I had time for today. I'm now gonna go respond to some comments and emails, and then go hit the sack. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hi, and welcome back to my devlog series. Today is Monday, and this week we are going to be working on implementing a catapult and a castle, but first off, I want to work a bit on the map generation leading up to the actual castle. So once you go past the first knight, there's going to be even more knights and archers trying to stop you, and you're gonna have to fight your way through all of them and eventually reach the castle. Now I haven't drawn the castle yet, but I've made like the camera movement so it kind of zooms out and you can see everything going out. So eventually I will draw the castle and put
By
some
the way,
archers on top of it, and then you're gonna have to...
my internet has been having some issues lately, so if the stream just randomly stops, it's probably just because my internet died. Should be back within a few minutes, hopefully, but you know, we'll see.
try and somehow infiltrate the castle. But I'm gonna go study a bit for my upcoming exams and hit the sack, and then tomorrow I'll be back and hopefully get the catapult and the castle working. It's Tuesday, and I've started off the day by just drawing the actual castle. I then put it into Unity and gave it a little
Nice shape you
drawbridge
made in
that
the
slightly
YouTube chat,
moves
Volta.
and is being held up by a rope, so you can't actually just walk into the castle. And now we just need to place some archers on the wall, make a catapult, and then we should be golden. Then I put together the actual catapult, though it doesn't work yet. I've just kind of made a catapult. And I know some sort of medieval catapult expert is going to watch my video and shit all over my catapult because it's not historically accurate, but please have mercy on my soul. And then I decided to make the first animated emoji for my Discord server because why not? It's called Donny Dab. It's me dabbing. Yeah. After that, I experimented a bit with the catapult just to kind of see how it would work. It doesn't actually work in-game yet. This is just me manually making the catapult work. Yeah, I just need to adjust the speed values a bit. Just a tiny bit, just a wee bit. But that is going to be everything I had time for today. I'm gonna go meet up with my friend, hit the gym, and then hit the sack. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and it's time to get the catapult working. We need to give the players the ability to press a button and then launch the catapult and eventually fly into the castle. Now this is fairly simple to do because I already have an interactable script that I can just derive from and simply make it work. So I put together a quick catapult script, but I couldn't seem to get it working for the longest time until I realized that I didn't put the catapult script on the catapult. I'm done facepalming. I've now put the catapult script on the catapult, which is a relatively good idea. And holy shit, it actually works. And if I may say so myself, that was quite beautiful. Now we just need to make it reset so you can launch again in case you fail, which is probably gonna happen a lot. And then we should be good to go. And here it is. By checking the angle of the catapult arm, I can now determine if we're ready to launch again. And you can use the catapult as many times as you want to. Now you might notice that we kind of hit an invisible wall. I have quite a bit of history with invisible walls, but I'll be able to fix that very soon. For now, I'm happy that the catapult works, and yeah. I've also fixed the hitboxes of the castle and put a little archer on top and made it so you can go and infiltrate the castle through the window. But that is going to be everything I had time for today. I'm now going to go study a bit more for my exams and then hit the sack. It's Thursday, and today I've just been working on implementing the castle and actually putting it in the second stage so that it will always spawn in the end. I've also worked on a couple of small details. So once you make it to the castle, the weird guy is there and he will tell you that to proceed, you need to enter through the castle window. Now this might not be that obvious, and that's why I put him there so he can kind of give you some pointers as to what you need to do once you throw the archers off the wall. I also had some issues with trees and other things spawning on top of the castle, which gave some kind of weird results. But eventually I managed to fix that and nothing should spawn on top of the castle anymore. Now I'm just gonna work on a little list of bugs and issues that I have currently, and once I'm done with those, it should work a bit better. That's going to be everything I had time for today though. I'm now gonna go study a bit for my exams, and guess what just came in my mail? I've ordered a proper windscreen for my microphone because previously I was using a sock, which isn't really a very qualified pop filter. So yeah, with some of the money that I've gotten from my Patreon supporters, I've now put that into buying a proper pop filter or windscreen, which should make the audio quality a bit better, and I don't have to put a sock on my microphone, which also looks a bit more professional, I would say. So yeah. It's Friday, and today I'm going to be working on making the stages come together better. So first off, instead of just randomly being thrown to the next stage, you now have to press a button to proceed. This is just to make sure you're actually done with the stage before being thrown to the next stage, so you kind of have a choice. Then I worked on making it so you have to wait for all players to enter the final area before you can proceed. So there's a little counter thing that tells you how many players there are currently in the zone, and then if not everyone is there, you have to wait for them before you can move on. I've also just worked on making the castle stage a bit better, so thieves will no longer spawn, but there will be more knights and more archers on the way to the castle, though I still have some issues with the actual castle where some of the background is clipping, so we need to fix that real quick. So the background has been fixed and will no longer do the clipping. Then I made it so the castle walls fade when you enter the castle, so you can kind of tell that you're inside. Now I just need to make the next level thingy there so you can actually proceed to the next level, and we should be good. So I just simply had to copy the next level thing from the previous level, and everything is working just fine now, except for the fact that you can't actually move to the next stage, so it's not really working fine, but that's probably an easy fix. I'm now gonna go meet up with my friend, hit the gym, hit some schoolwork, and then hit the sack and continue tomorrow. It's Saturday today, and I want to work on something a bit different today because I just need to get my head off all of the programming. So we're making a very basic menu. Everything here is placeholder, so you don't need to comment that it looks terrible, because I know it looks terrible, but I'm not really going to bother fixing too much of it now. That being said, here is the very first prototype, so you can select a few different things, and if you hit play, you can select between story and versus mode. Story mode is obviously the one that I'm currently working on, and later on I want to implement a versus mode so you can play versus your friends. I'll probably also add some minigames, but that's more for later on when I'm closer to launch. Anyway, when you go to story, you can select worlds. For now, there's only medieval worlds that's actually playable, but later on there will be more like Wild West and space and I don't know, a lot of different things. So here's just a super rough sketch of kind of how I want the menu to look. So you have your achievements and your settings, and you can unlock, helmets and hats and whatever and XP.
4 more minutes, and then I'll check how much money we have in the game.
And you can also see the level, and then you can kind of choose what you want to play. So, story versus or minigames. So it's just a super rough sketch, but it's kind of the thing I want, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing. So I just very quickly put that sketch to life, and this is sort of what it looks like. Obviously, again, this is not final. I'm probably going to change it around a lot closer to launch, or whatever when I actually have more to show, because currently there isn't even the first story mode available yet. So yeah, but it's just fun to kind of sketch it out and see how it looks when you put it into the game. But that's going to be everything I had time for today. I'm gonna go read some more for my exams and then hit the sack. It's Sunday and I'll be spending the day editing together this week's devlog episode. Massive shout out to my top supporters on Patreon, Harper Wright and Soap Turtle, and of course everyone else. Also, massive thank you to everyone who's made fan art. I'm still trying to show all of it, but there's just so much. There's like a long queue of fan art. And if you want to post your own fan art, there are links in the description to my Discord server or Twitter or Facebook where you can send me your fan art, and I will showcase it most likely in a video. Also, as mentioned, I have my 2 final exams coming up in about 1.5 weeks, so I'll be focusing a lot on just school and stuff, so there won't probably be no devlog for like 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'll just be focusing on school and maybe some side projects. So there might be some other small or big videos coming in 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see. That's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of
wait, what was that?
In 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet, so
Gucci banana reference? No way. You got the first instance of the Gucci banana on a Danny video. Probably the last instance for a while. Nice.
See, that's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of cool projects coming, by the way. There's a lot of cool stuff. So, yeah, look out for those. I've posted some of it on Twitter and Discord. So,
Gucci banana,
just
indeed.
saying, you could check him out. It's pretty cool. We've got cookies. We've got a cool community. We've got I don't really know. We have dabs, dude. You better jump into Discord and
not dabs, bro.
Yeah,
dabs,
thank you for watching
dabs
this video.
are not
I'll just
funny
probably
anymore.
show some more fan art, and
they were at one point. I can't say they've never been
Thanks
funny
for
because they were at one point, but we were also way more stupid back then, so you know.
Hey you, do you remember 12 years ago when Swords and Silence 2 was the hottest game on the market? Probably not, because you're a little bitch. But when I was your age, we didn't play Fortnite, we played Swords and Sandals 2, the most amazing game in gaming history. You had unlimited customization, sword fights, sleep in the middle of a battle, shout your enemies to death. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can literally do anything in this game. So this inspired me to make my very own gladiator game thing. It's probably not going to get anywhere close to the greatness of Swords and Sandals 2, but I'm going to do my very best, and we're going to see how it goes. Now, I might not be the best programmer, I might not be the best artist, might not be the best with Unity, I might not be the best game developer in general. I'm not really good at anything. Not sure where I'm going with this. This is very depressing. I want to die, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Alright, so I think this is probably the first video where he's starting to develop his new style of, you know, having his real life self walking around doing stuff. Also having more comedy. That's definitely good to see. We're finally getting to the more videos that are like his modern stuff.
First off, I'm gonna open up Unity, which is the game engine I will be using for this project. Now we need some players to put in the game, and I've already made some active Rydals for my game Off the Sticks.
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm
it's
just gonna import them into
4:30 for me now, by the way, so I'm gonna check how much money I got. $23,031. How do I keep getting it so close to like a perfect 100 amount? I don't know how that keeps happening. Anyways, or a perfect 1,000 amount, I guess I should say in this case. But yeah, what are we at? What's 500,000 divided by 25,000? We're we're almost we're about a 20th of the way there. So, not so bad actually.
This new project.
I'll probably
Now,
go
my
for
favorite
another
camera
30
shake
minutes
plugin
or
is
so,
dead.
and then I'll probably
Rest in
stop.
peace, Ease Camera Shake. So I'm gonna have to make my own instead. I'm gonna try something Will Nil calls physical screen shake, which is where you basically put physics on the camera instead of manually moving it. Check out Will Nil, by the way, he makes some amazing stuff, link in the description down below. And here's how the camera shake turned out. I'm pretty happy with it, and it really has like a natural feel, so very cool way of doing camera shake. Now we need some weapons for the gladiators, because gladiators usually fight with weapons. Since I'm too lazy to make them myself, I found some free weapons online, link in the description down below. I quickly put the sword into the game and our gladiators can now fight each other. I added some graphics, gave them random colors, made the camera follow the players, and unlike my future, things are already looking pretty good. Then I implemented all the other weapons: spear, hatchet, dagger, battle axe, other dagger thing, hammer, two-handed sword, banana. I also added some random
Another Gucci banana reference. No way.
clothing for more diversity. Then I implemented random stats so that each gladiator will perform differently. They will be given a random value for speed, strength, and size.
You'll probably get the
Some
banana
stats
this
also
summer.
depend on
Yeah,
others,
probably.
like the attack speed will scale
Think
with
this
the
was the
size.
first Danny
Big
video I
gladiators
ever
will
watched.
attack
Nice.
kind of slow, but small gladiators will have a rather high attack speed. I also found a list of Roman names to use for the gladiators, but I realized I'm not Roman, so I can't really pronounce any of them. So I'm just going to use the names of my top Patreon supporters instead, since they are a bit easier to pronounce. By the way, a link to my Patreon is in the description down below. If you want to see more trashy content like this, then you can support me there. Just saying, just putting it out there. There's a link in the description down below. For good measure, I also made some disgusting if statements to determine the titles of the gladiators. So for example, a small gladiator will get the title the small, and a gladiator with all around bad stats will be called the whack. With all of this in place, it's time to work on the tournament UI. First, I made the brackets in Photoshop and then slapped them into Unity. The tournament is going to consist of 16 gladiators. With this done, we're almost ready for the very first tournament. All we're missing is some sound effects and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna quickly steal some sound effects from YouTube and then we will get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gladiator Tournament. With me today I have Roger and Johnny. How are you doing today, boys? Thanks, Jeff. We're just gonna get right into this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tournament consisting of 16 very strong gladiators. We have some interesting matchups on our hands for sure. First off, Astral the Strong versus Wavehack the Strong. Wavehack in the right corner wielding a mace and a bucket on his head versus Astral the Strong in the left corner. And they're just gonna get right into this match, charging at each other. Wavehack the Strong takes a lot of damage, actually, not looking too good for him, but he blasts the head off of Astral, and Astral bites the dust. Wavehack will move on to top 8.
Wow.
Roger, did you see that hit?
I totally
My
saw
god, yeah. Wavehack.
Wow.
Insane.
My man.
Next up, we have Wills the Buff, wielding a banana of sorts, versus Roger the Slow with a classic weapon in hand. Two-handed sword, it seems, so we're just gonna get right into this. Roger, though, not wielding it with two hands, but there we go, he's got both his hands on, but Vils is doing a lot of damage with that banana. Banana splits flying left and right, and I don't know what's going on anymore. Roger the Slow takes too much damage, and Vils, the Buff, will move on to top 8. Very good stuff.
Let's go, Gucci banana.
Impressive. Next up,
Cheering
we
for
have
that
Harper
guy.
the Giant
Gucci
versus
banana,
Harper the
right?
Giant. Clash of Titans. Harper the Giant in the right corner with his battle axe.
And this guy's got a banana hat. Okay, I'm cheering for this guy as
Hatchet
well.
is known for being a terrible weapon, so I'm not quite sure what Death Fear's plan is coming into this, and
Oh,
Harper's
no.
just doing a lot of damage and not looking too good
Damn
for Death
it.
Fear. He's gonna have to do something here, but it's not gonna be enough. And Harper blows the head
Yeah,
off of Death Fear
yeah.
in place. And next up, we have Soap Turtle, the average, versus Andrew the Buff. Andrew the Buff in the right corner with a banana on his
Another
head and a
banana
battle
hat.
axe in
Okay,
his
let's go
hands.
with this guy.
And Soap Turtle, the average, in the left corner with a mace. Now, Soap
No
Turtle,
way the
just your
average guy
very average,
doesn't
you know,
die
and
to
these two guys are just
that.
flying in the air. And Andrew the Buff is trying to go for some serious hits, but he can't quite find the opening that he's looking for. And Soap Turtle in the air, coming down on Andrew. And Andrew's taking a lot of damage, but he blows the head off of him.
Damn.
And Andrew destroys Soap Turtle, and Soap Turtle bites the dust.
Oh wait,
Andrew
was
will
that the
advance
guy that
to
had the
top
banana?
8.
I didn't remember.
What a
Whatever.
performance! My
I
God.
thought
Next
I
up,
thought
we
that
have
guy
Sefrico
wasn't the
Strong
guy. I
versus
think that was the guy.
NMU Gamer,
So
the
yay.
Giant. NMU Gamer wielding a banana. I'm not sure what's up with these
Another
bananas.
banana?
Sefrico the Strong also with the
Two
banana in the
bananas.
left corner.
Jeez.
Two bananas. He might be
Okay,
a
one
small
of
man,
them
but
has
he's
a
got big
bigger
banana.
one, so I think
Well,
the bigger
it's not
one.
what it sounds like. Anyway,
Banana.
let's get into this fight. NMU Gamer taking a lot of damage. He's too big. He
Oh,
can't
wait.
seem to find any
Wait,
good
never
hits.
mind.
and
They're
Sefrico
just-
the Strong doing a
they're
lot of damage.
different
But NMU
sizes.
Gamer is fighting back, but that's not going to be enough. NMU Gamer takes too much damage, and Sefrico the Strong will advance to top 8.
Nice.
Very impressive stuff.
Bananas.
Next up, we have Donnie the
All the
Giant
bananas
versus
winning
Adam
right
the
now, for
Average.
real.
Yet again, just your average guy, though he is wielding a two-handed sword and he is ready for some action. Donnie the Giant in the left corner wielding a dagger. Not quite the weapon for his size, but he's going to try it anyway, and we're just going to get right into this match. Adam is doing a lot of damage to Donnie, and Donnie can't quite seem to find his opening here. Adam is just going to slam dunk his head. And my God, can we get a replay, please? Yes, please, Johnny. My God. Roger, did you see that? That was insane. Crazy. Yeah, my days. Right, next match, Kenji the Strong with a mace in his hands versus Arthag the Tiny in the left corner with his machete. And we're just gonna get right into this match. Both men charging at each other. It seems like Kenji's doing too much damage though. Arthag can't quite keep up. He needs to find some damage here. He needs to parry those attacks from Kenji, but Kenji is just going in time and time again, and Arthag not looking too good for him. Even though he's low HP, he's charging in, but he takes too much damage, and that's going to be it. Kenji the Strong will advance to top 8. Next up, we have Dull Mr. Kitten the Buff versus Gamma the Strong. Strong man. Gamma the Strong wielding a machete in the right corner with his sexy yellow beard. Dull Mr. Kitten the Buff in the left corner with his quite normal sword. And let's just get into this battle. Dull Mr. Kitten goes
Does that guy have a banana for a hat, or is that just
He's
his
trying
head?
though, he's fighting back, but it's not going to be enough. And
Because
Dull
it's
Mr. Kitten doing
yellow.
too much damage, and there it is, the uppercut into the
Guess
legs
it
of
was
Gamma,
fair.
and Gamma is going to go down to
That's
Dull
funny.
Mr. Kitten, who will advance to top 8. And ladies and gentlemen, we're already in top 8. We've seen some crazy battles, heads flying left and right, bananas in the air. Talking of bananas, we have Veltz the Buff in the right corner with a banana, and Wavehack the Strong in the left corner. Now Wavehack, known for destroying his enemies with a single blow. So let's get right into this match. There he takes the legs off of Vilz, and Vilz can barely stand, and Wavehack takes advantage of that, and he takes down Vilz the Buff, and he will have none of that banana, because Wavehack,
Dang.
he doesn't like bananas. He definitely
I don't
doesn't.
know.
Next up, we have
Sad.
Harper the Giant versus Andrew the
Need the
Buff.
bananas.
Andrew the Buff in the right corner with a battle axe in hand, living up to his name. Harper the Giant, though, in the left corner. He's a big boy. I don't know who's going to take this one. We're just going to get right into this.
I think.
And oh my
Whoa.
God.
Okay, I was gonna say I
Andrew
think all the banana
Buff.
people are
Harper the Giant's
dead.
head is just rolling on the ground. And
My
Andrew
God.
the Buff is going to advance. Can we get a replay? Look at that
Dang.
hit. That is just amazing. Oh, wow. Next up, we have Sefrico the Strong versus Adam the Average. Adam the Average in the right corner with his purple hair versus Sefrico with the banana in hand
banana, come
and a
on.
matching
Get the
torso.
banana.
And we're just going to get right into this match. Can Sefrico
Oh,
get the
boy.
damage done? But
Oh,
Adam is
boy.
keeping him at a distance with that two-handed sword, taking
don't
advantage
think
of the size
yeah,
difference.
I don't think
Sefrico needs to find an opening. He's going in from above, but it's not going to be enough because Adam is going to dodge it and take down the Banana Man.
Dang.
Adam the Average, just your average guy, he will still advance and take down Sefrico the Strong. Very average. Next up, we have Kenji the Strong versus Dull Mr. Kitten the Buff. Two strong men. Dull Mr. Kitten in the right corner versus Kenji the Strong in the left corner, wielding the mace.
Come on.
Well, I gotta sneeze. You okay, Johnny? Never mind. We're right into this battle. Dull Mr. Kitten takes a lot of damage. Kenji the Strong can't quite seem to fight. No, he's actually the one fighting back. I'm just kidding. Right in the balls of Dull Mr. Kitten, and he's gonna lie on top of him to assert his dominance. And Kenji the Strong takes the victory. We're now in top 4, ladies and gentlemen. These fights are flying by. Next up we have Wavehack, the strong, notorious for destroying his enemies. But Andrew, also very good at just decimating everyone. So, not sure who's going to take this one. It's going to be an interesting match.
So if Andrew
Wavehack
wins,
with the bucket on his
both of
head.
the
I'm not
other
sure if he
two
can
on the
even
other
see
side
anything
have
with the bucket on his
bananas.
head.
I think that
We're
would
going to
be
get right into it
there's
anyway.
a guaranteed
Andrew's taking a lot of damage, and
banana.
Wavehack is just going in, but Wavehack loses his leg.
Dang,
But
it's
that's
so
not going to matter. Wavehack
Oh, well.
is still going to blow up Andrew
Bad.
with the buff.
That was close.
With no leg. Yeah. This man is unstoppable. Wavehack, the strong, is going to advance to the final. Very strong.
I think the second person in
the strong.
has a
Kenji the
banana.
strong,
I
looking
think.
a lot like Wavehack with his mace
Maybe I have a banana?
in the right corner.
Oh no,
versus
never mind.
Adam
I
the
thought
average
this guy had a
in
banana.
the
I
left
am
corner with the
confused.
two-handed sword. Very good at keeping
Well,
his
this is
distance
our
with
last
that
chance
sword.
to
So
get the
hopefully he's going to be
banana.
able to do the
Dang
same.
it.
There
Okay.
it goes for a strong hit on Kenji, but he's holding
never
on to a
mind.
mace for
Hey.
some reason, and Kenji takes
Alright,
advantage
come on,
and
come on,
destroys
banana.
Adam.
Banana.
Adam goes
Let
down.
the banana guy
Kenji,
win.
the strong, rip
Come on,
Adam.
banana.
And ladies and gentlemen, Kenji will advance to the finals. What a match we have on our hands, but before we get into it, quick commercial break.
Uh-huh.
Do you
What
like
the
music?
response?
Yeah, of course you do. And boy, do I king. And guys, go check him out. Ow. Do you like Discord servers? Of course you fucking amazing email. Gentlemen, welcome. I'll see you there. Ah, fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have an insane match on our hands. Wavehack the Strong versus Kenji the Strong.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure who's going to take this one, but we're going to get right into it. Kenji in the right corner with a mace in his hand and banana on his head.
Hopefully
Wavehack the
the
Strong in the
banana
left corner
person
with a
wins.
bucket on his head
Come on.
and a mace in his hand and a dream.
Oh boy.
Let's get right into this. Can Wavehack destroy his enemies
Oh,
like
God.
he's previously done?
Oh,
doing
he's
a lot of
getting
good damage.
destroyed.
And Kenji's
Goddamn.
fighting back, but it's not going to be enough. Kenji takes a blow to the
Yeah,
balls,
sad.
and he's to the balls.
Well, he got
and
almost
he's to
to
the
the end.
balls, and he's it, ladies and gentlemen. Wavehack, the strong Wavehack. Take the victory, and he is the last man standing, the strongest gladiator of the world.
Dang.
Very impressive by Wavehack. I don't know what to say. Do you have anything to say, Roger? Very nice. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If you like this tournament, make sure to smash subscribe and like, because, you know, you definitely should. Yeah. Roger? I don't know, man. And this is, this is Johnny. My name is Johnny, and I'm signing off. See you later, Johnny.
Wait, so did he put that that thing on itch.io? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I want to see if he put the code that game on itch.io. Because if he did, I could probably run my own version of it. Maybe. I'm searching up to see if he. Let's see. No, I don't see it. That's sad. Oh well. Yeah, sad. Okay, well, let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. YouTube tournament? Yeah, the YouTuber tournament is, so I might try that after I get to that video.
Hi, and welcome back to my devlog series. Today's Monday, and the first thing I did this week was making some small changes to the dialogue based on some viewer feedback, and also just changing a couple of things and fixing some bugs. But now that we're done with that, we are going to start working on the inside of the castle, which will be the third stage, and we are going to make a Black Knight. First off, I put together the background in Photoshop, which is just a bunch of bricks. Not quite sure about the colors. I think I can probably change them in the future. But for now, this is what I got, and here's what it looks like in-game. Pretty basic stuff. But for now, I'm gonna meet up with my friend and hit the gym, and then probably hit the sack and continue tomorrow. It's Tuesday and we're gonna keep working where we left off yesterday. So we're gonna keep making some art for the castle stage, and I've put some of it into the game already. Here you can see the candles, which are supposed to, I guess, light it up. You can see some banners, which are just kind of hanging around, just chilling. We've got some windows, which will also light up the scenery a bit. Also a picture of a guy hitting a sack, because why not? And here it is, put all together. So we've got some scenery going now, and we can keep working a bit more on the entrance of the actual stage. Here's what it looks like so far. You just kind of fall into the stage, nothing special. But I got a really cool suggestion, so I'm gonna try and implement that, where basically you fall on top of a bunch of guards and there's like some planks and rocks falling down and you end up smashing them. So we're gonna try and do that, and hopefully that'll look pretty cool. First off, I just made some planks fall down on the guards. Then I made some more stuff fall down, like rocks and some rubble, and eventually added some more particle effects and just made everything come together and make the guards die on impact. So that works just fine. It's getting pretty late now though, so I'm gonna go hit the sack and continue tomorrow. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and the first thing I worked on today was making the hallway a bit longer and also spawning enemies. When you reach the end of the hallway, you're gonna reach the boss room, where you will be fighting the Black Knights. So first off, I'm gonna be working on the boss room, and then we'll get started on making the actual boss. I made it so that once you enter the boss room, the walls will close behind you and you're stuck with the boss. But it looks kind of terrible, so I animated the wall, added some camera shake and some particle effects, and voila, we got something that doesn't look terrible. Yay! Also, you can smash Banana Man. He did. All we're missing now is the Black Knight boss, and then we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go hit the sack. It's getting kind of late, and I'll start the boss tomorrow. It's Thursday and time to make the Black Knight boss. The first thing we need to do is actually make the Black Knight, so basically he's going to be a normal guard but black armor, and he's gonna be spooky thick. You know what I'm saying? Look at that thickness. That's what I like to see, boy. So to make this fight interesting, we need some attack patterns for the boss. First off, he's gonna be using a big ass mace weapon thing. I don't know. The first attack I will be working on is the spike shooty thing, which you can see here. It's kind of hard to dodge though, so I probably gonna have to slow it down or something. I'm not quite sure how to balance it, but I'll figure out something, and we'll make it work.
We got like 250 left till we have 25,000, so I'm gonna get to there, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream.
But yeah, I'm gonna go hit the sack, and then we'll continue making the attacks tomorrow. It's Friday, and we're gonna continue working on the Black Knight's attack and behavior. First off, I've improved the spike shooting attack thing. We've now got some particle effects going, and each time he starts this attack, he will perform it between 2 to 4 times. Next up, I want to work on an attack where he basically shoots off the tip of his mace and it turns into a spinny boy, and you have to jump over it to dodge it. Here's what I've got so far. So essentially the tip of the mace falls off and starts rolling, and if it hits you, it will deal a substantial amount of damage. To dodge it, you have to jump over it, and you could also take advantage of the fact that you can parry it with your weapon, I guess, but that's kind of hard, so it's probably better to just jump over it. For now, the ball doesn't have any way to return to the handle, so it just kind of keeps spinning forever. Not sure how I want to go about this, but I'm sure I'll be able to find a way to fix this problem. I figured out a really simple way of solving the problem, and as you can see here, after the ball has been rolling for a while, he will now pick it back up and start another attack. In this case, he started shooting spikes, but ended up shooting himself, so he's pretty dead. I don't know. So far, we've got 2 attacks in place, but I still have some more on my list. Next up, let's do just slam the ground normally or something attack. which is, that's a classic. I've started working on the slam dunk attack and not quite done with it yet, but you get the basic idea. So he kind of walks up to you, locks onto a position, and then he slam dunks the ground, or if you're standing in the way, he will slam dunk you as well. You have some time to run away though, because he's locked onto the ground for like a second, and you can basically jump out of the way during that time. I still need to do some fine tuning though, but I think I'll take care of that tomorrow because it's Friday evening and I'm pretty tired of programming right now, so I'm gonna go chill out a bit and then hit the sack and continue working on the Black Knight tomorrow. It's Saturday, and I'm gonna try to finish off the final attack.
25 left. I don't know why I keep like like checking my money when I have like a perfectly almost perfectly round amount. I don't know how to describe it, but that's crazy. All right, 25 left. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 25,000. There we go. And we're about, I think it said we're a, what was it? What was it? Let me calculate this. 20th of the way there. We're at 20th of the way there. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all next time. I guess. Yeah. Um